Hi, well, good morning to you from Felixstowe Live. I'm Chris. We're down here at the Viewpoint. Haven't been down here with a live camera for some considerable time. What's the time? Just to give you a double check, it's excuse me, 7:40 a.m. on the morning of Tuesday, the 18th of May, 2021. And I thought, good Lord, we've had a few days away. We went off to sunny Lowestoft, but we managed to keep the channel running during that time, which is always good news, and I'm delighted with that. But we haven't done much live on Felixstowe Live, but the channel has been busy, and we're doing more and more interesting stuff. And now we're back in town and back at work. I'm planning to do a lot more live content. Let's say good morning to William Cayley. Are you Bill, William? Don't know. I'll call you Bill. There you go. Good morning to you. And I'm planning to do a lot more live content, and part of the plan with the live content is to do stuff that kind of gives us a bit more insight into our town. I want to talk to some people who've got, good, strong viewpoints on the way our town operates, and if that includes you, then I'd love to hear from you. So get in touch with me, Chris, at Felixstowe Live. You can contact me easily via Facebook. You can also contact me via an email address, which is production@seriousleisure.co.uk. I'll put a link on that actually in the comments so that you can find it. And I'd love to speak to you. So if you have something to say that you think is interesting, that you think is a major point that you want to make about the way our town operates, about our town in general, I'd love to hear from you. We've just been down here this morning filming a container ship called Torrance, which has just arrived from Valencia. And I planned to do that live, in fact, but I didn't get here in time. I managed to get here in time just to film it, but not in time to actually set up a live show. One of those things that happens. So now I thought I'd change that and give you a little bit of live. We'll just zoom in a little bit on the ship and see whether we can see any of the work that's going on, because she came in, I think it was yesterday, and we saw her alongside yesterday when I came down here, but I didn't get any time to film the poor girl. But there you go. She had a lot more boxes on board than she has now, I think. So she's gone down a considerable amount of cargo, and I think she's come out of the water a little bit, not a huge lot, but a bit. And we were talking yesterday with some visitors that I had. We were talking yesterday about the draft of container ships, and that's an interesting one, because when the Edith Maersk here actually arrived, she was drawing about 15 and a half meters. So 15 meters, call it the best part of 50 foot. That's pretty deep, isn't it, when you think about it? There's a lot of that ship under the water. There you go. What are we doing? Yeah, we're good. I have to say, I do try to keep an eye on how the time is going, because essentially I'm waiting to buy a new camera, but unfortunately cameras are in short supply. I don't know whether you know that, but there's a lot of problems with the supply of microprocessors around the world and around industry in general, and especially in industry in the Far East. So camera factories aren't really being able to make and ship cameras because they can't get the chips to go inside them. That's really deeply frustrating for me, because I'm at that point in two cameras lives. I bought two cameras years ago at the same time, so they gave me two different facilities, and those poor old cameras aren't feeling terribly well these days. They've been about too long. So is there anyone else out there? So we're having a quiet morning on Felixstowe Live, I think, this morning. We will be coming back to you with some more of those interesting dock photographs that we had the other day. I think they're pretty dramatic and interesting. They'll be online again on Felixstowe Live a little bit later this morning. And if you have interesting local pictures, unusual local pictures that really haven't been seen much, I'd love to see them and show them. So it's kind of up to you, that one. They really attract a lot of interest, and they show aspects of our world and aspects of people's working lives that don't really get seen very often. And that's really an interesting one, isn't it? Good morning to you, Nick Fulton. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Things have gone quite quiet on the dot now. I don't know whether. Oh yeah. Right, I was going to say I don't know whether they're stopping for a break soon. I'm never quite sure what their break times are. If you're a docker and you're going on the and you're actually working on the ship to shore side on the cranes there, or on the trucks, what time do you have your breaks? Because then I can go back to bed for an hour while you're having breakfast. It really is a delightful morning. I have to tell you, it's a lovely morning. If you haven't looked out of your window, it's really a nice day. We'll put the weather forecast up shortly. The weather forecast really, though, in essence, looks like a nice morning and potentially rainy this afternoon. You can never quite tell, can you, with our weather around here, because the weather kind of tends to change quite quickly these days, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. Look, there you go. Let me just have a look. I'll give you a somewhat more accurate forecast. We were having a discussion the other day with a couple of people about the weather forecast, because to be honest with you, I quite like the mighty BBC, and there we go. I quite like the mighty BBC, and I'm never quite sure how good their forecast is. Right, well, let's just give you a bit more detail on the weather. The weather this morning looks like being sunny up until about maybe 11 o'clock. And after 11 o'clock, you start to get an increasing chance of rain until, my goodness, until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, it looks like. Maybe 5 or 6 in the afternoon. We've got 7. We've got a good chance of rain this afternoon, which is, to be honest with you, is bad news for all of us. Who wants it to rain? I don't. I suppose gardeners do. But I haven't been a gardener for 50 years, because there you go, or 40 years, whatever. Oh dear, lost a little bit of signal. Don't know what's happened there. Oh, my camera's gone blank. And so I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.